So I'm out doing some grocery shopping this morning, and when I'm on my own on Sunday mornings and I'm able to kind of process the week and think about conversations and things that happened during the week, I'm reflecting back on something, and I wanted to talk about submission. So this is relationship advice today, because I am very submissive to my husband, and this is an honor. This is something that I love to do, to be submissive. I am not oppressed. People that don't know anything about what it means to be in a good relationship would know that the man has a place in the relationship and a woman has a place in the relationship. And if you're submissive to your man, it's something that it's a gift that you give to your man, to be submissive to him. And men, don't take advantage of this. Lead your woman in a kind and gentle way. And my man leads me in the most kind, gentle, and loving way. And, he's a man of few words, but the words he does give me have a very big impact, and they're given to me in a very soft way, and they're never forceful, and they're never strong, but sometimes that makes them even stronger, if you know what I mean. So I'll give you an example. A couple of days ago, I was going through my TikTok comments, and I felt so I was getting a little bit upset because there were a lot of men that were making a lot of comments about the fact that I don't wear hijab all the time. And my husband was sitting behind me. He was on the sofa and he was on the computer. And I said, all these guys are giving me a hard time about not wearing hijab. He didn't even look up from the computer. He said, I said, what do you think about that? He said, what do you think about that? I said, well, I don't know. I'm new and I'm trying to find my way, and I don't understand it. And he said, I understand it. And he just kind of smiled. And he said, I know why they're saying that. He didn't even look at me. And he went back to what he was doing. And so I thought for a minute. I thought, what does he mean? And why is he not getting upset? And then I thought, what does this mean? And then I realized, okay, so he agrees with them, but he's not asking me to wear hijab because he knows that it's my journey. So what does he mean by this? And I realized, all right, what is the fundamental thing with my husband? My husband always wants the best for me. What do these Muslim men want? They always want the best for me. So what can I do? I can always also want the best for myself. And the more I thought about this, the more Allah put this on my heart, that wearing the hijab is the right thing. And I feel more and more called to wear it. I think I've been really obsessed with, not obsessed, that's not the right word. I think I've been a little fearful of what would happen if I wear it all the time. I mean, it's a big change, people. It's completely different from anything that I've known, and it's an adjustment, and I think it takes time. But at the same time, when I'm out and I see a sister who's wearing hijab, I get really excited. We were in the Nike store, and I saw a sister who was wearing a hijab, and I was not wearing hijab. And I ran up to her in the store, and I gave her a big hug. And she was like, whoa, because I didn't have my hijab on. She didn't know I was Muslim. And she said, this is not usually the response that I get. And of course, we became fast friends. And I have to say that, yeah, I mean, when you're out and you're wearing your hijab, it tells the world that you're Muslim, and this is good, but it can also be not good if you're not careful. And so maybe that's my fear, although I haven't had any negative comments or negative pushback yet for wearing hijab. But, I do know friends. I had one friend whose mother was attacked for wearing hijab, and that scares me. But My husband gently guided me by not saying very much other than he knows why the brothers are commenting. And in his quiet way, I asked him later, I said, do you want me to wear hijab? He said, you're beautiful. He said, I always think you look more beautiful in hijab. And he's my protector. And I am submissive to my husband. I love him with all of my heart. But Allah calls me to this, and to cover myself, to protect myself for my husband and for Allah. And this means a lot to me. So, that's just my thoughts for today. But I can tell you, gentlemen, if my husband had come to me and said, you must do this, would not have been very well received. Not very well received at all. Especially to a Western American girl who is used to being independent saying, I will not do what I'm told. Yeah, that would not have been well received. But my husband knows how to handle me. And he handles me carefully. He handles me with love. And he's always gentle. So just some advice for you guys out there. Handle your women with love and gently guide them. And they'll find the way. They'll do exactly what they need to do for the love of Allah and for the love of their husband and their family. So, it's my tip for today. Alhamdulillah.